Hello students, welcome back to J Academy of Excellence. So today in this video lecture we are going to discuss about zero order reactions. Okay, so watch the video completely. We will solve some important problems also at the end of the session. Okay, so let's start. So what is the meaning of zero order reaction? Obviously if the order of a reaction is zero, then it is called as a zero order reaction. But how we can define a zero order reaction means if the rate is independent of the concentration of reactant and the rate is directly proportional to the zeroth power of concentration of reactant, then it is called as zero order reaction. Okay, if the rate is independent of the concentration of reactant and the rate is directly proportional to the zeroth power of concentration of reactant, then those reactions are called as zero order reactions. Now let's take a reaction. A gives rise to product. Okay, so let's see it is a zero order reaction. Then we can write the rate law for this reaction, that is minus d of concentration of A by dt is equals to K into concentration of A power 0. Right, now here minus sign indicates the decrease in concentration of A, decrease in concentration of reactant A, right? So minus d of concentration of A by dt, the change in concentration of A with time is equals to K into concentration of A power 0. Right, now we can write minus d of concentration of A by dt is equals to K into we have this formula A power 0 is equals to 1. So K into 1 means minus d of concentration of A by dt is equals to K. Right? So if we transfer this dt to that side, then we will get minus d of concentration of A is equals to K into dt. Right? Now integrate on both sides. Integrating on both sides, what we'll get by integrating on both sides? Minus integration of d of concentration of A is equals to K into K is constant, so we cannot perform the integration to the constant, so K integration of dt. Okay, and this integration will get cancelled, d and integration will get cancelled, then we get minus concentration of A is equals to KT. Right, so here if we multiply with minus to both sides, then concentration of A is equals to minus KT. Right, and one important thing, if we do integration, then we have to write an integration constant. Okay, so the integration constant is I. Right, now here to find out the value of I, if we take t is equals to 0, okay, and at time 0 the concentration will be initial concentration, right? Concentration at time 0. So here substitute this in this equation. So we will get the concentration of A at 0 is equals to minus K into 0 plus I. So concentration of A at 0 means initial concentration is equals to, this is 0 I. Now substitute this in equation number 1. Let's say this is equation number 1. So we'll get concentration of A is equals to minus KT plus, at the plus of 5 we can write concentration, that is initial concentration. So A is equals to minus KT plus A naught. Now transfer this KT to that side. Okay, so what we'll get, KT is equals to concentration, this initial concentration minus concentration of A. Right, Now K is equals to, if we transfer this T to that side, then we will get initial concentration minus concentration of A by T, right? So this is the expression, okay, this is the rate constant expression for the zero order reaction. Remember this equation, this expression we'll use in problem solving, okay. By this only we can write T completion, okay, is equals to concentration, this is initial concentration minus concentration of A by K, right? If we transfer this T to that side, then only we will get this, okay. Let's draw the graph between time and concentration of A, okay. So this equation is in the form of y is equals to mx plus c, right? And here y is equals to concentration of A and m is equals to minus k, and this x is equals to T, and this c is equals to initial concentration, okay, concentration of reactant at 0. So if we draw the graph between this time and concentration of A, okay, then slope will be equal to minus k, okay. M is equals to minus k means slope is equals to minus k. Here we get this negative slope, right? So with the help of this graph we can say, with the increase in time, okay, with the increase in time, concentration of reactant is decreases, concentration of reactant decreases. Now let's draw the graph between concentration and rate, okay, concentration of reactant and rate of the reaction. So we'll get graph as a straight line, okay. So straight line parallel to the x-axis. So with the help of this graph we can say, with the increase in concentration, okay, with the increase in concentration of reactant, rate remains constant. Means, as we have discussed earlier, for a zero order reaction, rate is independent of the concentration of reactant, okay. Rate is independent of the concentration of reactant. Now let's see the half-life for a zero order reaction, okay. First of all, I will tell you what is the meaning of half-life. Half-life means the time required for the completion of 50% of the reaction, okay, 50% of the reaction, or the time at which the concentration of reactants become half of its initial concentration, okay. The time at which the concentration of reactant becomes half of its initial concentration, or the time required for the completion of 50% of the reaction. So we denote half-life as T half, okay. So to find half-life of a zero order reaction, substitute T is equals to T half, and this concentration of A is equals to initial concentration divided by 2, means half of its initial concentration. We have to substitute these things in this equation, that is T is equals to, what we have, concentration of A naught minus concentration of A by K. We have this equation, right? So substitute these things in this equation. Then T half is equals to concentration of A, means initial concentration as it is, minus, at the place of this concentration of A we have to substitute this, that is concentration of A at 0 by 2 divided by K. Now T half is equals to, if we take common initial concentration, so we will get 1 minus 1 by 2, right, divided by K. So T half is equals to concentration of A at 0, 1 minus 1 by 2 means 1 by 2, okay, by K, means T half is equals to 1 by 2 into concentration of A at 0 by K. Okay, so this is the half-life for zero order reaction. Here we can write T half is directly proportional to concentration of A, right? Initial concentration of A. Now let's see the graph between initial concentration and T half. Then if one thing is directly proportional to another thing, then we'll get the graph like a straight line passing through the origin. Okay, so here slope is equals to 1 by 2k. Okay, slope is equals to 1 by 2k. If we compare this with y is equals to mx plus c, then we'll get at the plus of m, we'll get 1 by 2k. So slope is equals to 1 by 2k, right? Now let's see some examples for zero order reaction. Generally photochemical reactions, okay, generally photochemical reactions are of zero order reaction. So the reaction between hydrogen, okay, the reaction between hydrogen and chlorine is of zero order, right? And the decomposition of N2O, okay, the decomposition of N2O on hot platinum surface is also zero order reaction. Okay, this reaction is also zero order reaction. Here if we write rate expression, then rate is directly proportional to the concentration of N2O power 0. Okay, and K into concentration of N2O power 0 means K. Okay, rate is equals to K here. So this is also a zero order reaction. And also decomposition of NH3, okay, the decomposition of ammonia in the presence of molybdenum and also or in the presence of tungsten is also a zero order reaction, right? In the presence of tungsten. Okay, this is also a zero order reaction. And we have some other examples also, like decomposition of hydrogen iodide on gold surface. Okay, and also the iodation of acetone in the presence of H plus ions. Okay, iodation of acetone in the presence of H plus ions, that is CH3 plus I2, the presence of H plus ions, that is ICH2 COCH3 plus hydrogen iodide. So this reaction also is an example of zero order reaction. Now let's see the units for zero order, the units for rate constant of a zero order reaction. Okay, units of rate constant for the zero order reaction. So generally the units for rate constant of zero order reaction is moles per liter per time. Okay, we can easily say the units for reactions of any order by using this general formula, that is mole power 1 minus n liter power n minus 1 per time. Okay, here n is equals to order. For zero order reaction n is equals to 0, right? Order is equals to 0. So if we substitute at the place of if we substitute n is equals to 0 in this, then we will get mole power 1 minus 0 liter power 0 minus 1 per time. So mole per liter, okay, mole per liter per time. So this is the units for rate constant for zero order reaction. Okay, now let's do some problems. First one is the rates of a certain reaction at different time intervals are as follows. So time and rates for the reaction are given. So 0, 10, 20, and the rate is 1.8 into 10 to the power of minus 2, 1.82 into 10 to the power of minus 2, 1.79 into 10 to the power of minus 2 mole per liter per second. So the reaction is of which order? First one, option A is zero order, B is first order, C second order, D third order. So here by seeing this units, we can say moles per liter per second. So moles per liter per second is the unit for zero order reaction, right? So it is a zero order reaction, right? Now second problem is, for which of the following the units of rate and rate constant of the reaction are identical? So as we have this rate expression for zero order reaction, that is rate is equals to K into concentration of A power 0 means K into 1, right? So rate is equals to K, means in case of zero order reaction we have same units for rate also and for rate and rate constant. Okay, so here option B is correct, zero order reaction. That's why only here the units for rate is equals to moles per liter per second, and the units for rate constant for zero order reaction also moles per liter per second, right? Now the third problem is the unit of the rate constant K for the zero order reaction. Okay, if we don't know the units, but if we know formula, that is mole power 1 minus n, liter power n minus 1 per time, then we can easily find out, right? If we substitute n is equals to 0, then mole power 1 minus 0, liter power 0 minus 1 per time, and we will get this mole per liter per time. So option C is correct. Now fourth is, for a zero order reaction, T half is directly proportional to A, T half is inversely proportional to A, T half is directly proportional to A square, or T half is inversely proportional to A square. So we have already discussed about this. So T half is directly proportional to A for a zero order reaction, right? Now the last question is, a certain zero order reaction has K is equals to 0.025 m per second for the disappearance of A. What will be the concentration of A after 15 seconds if the initial concentration is 0.5 m? So we have this formula, concentration of A is equals to initial concentration minus KT. Okay. Now substitute the initial concentration, rate constant and time in this equation, then we will get 0.5 minus K is equals to 0.025, right? And T, that is time, is 15 seconds. So 0.5 minus 0.025 into 15 means we will get 0.375, and 0.5 minus 0.375 means 0.125. Okay, so here option C is correct. So these are some problems. I hope you have understood all the problems and topics. So like and share the video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you, happy learning, stay safe.